best guns for Ready or Not Assault Rifle Edition. Hello everyone, this is Turbo Tactics, and today I'll be representing my favorite guns and loadouts for Ready or Not. Ready or Not is an action-packed tactical shooter in which you assume the role of a SWAT commander tasked with neutralizing dangerous criminals in high-stakes scenarios. Alright, and first one I'm ranking, we have the MK18. Is one of my go-to weapons, primarily due to its clean appearance and reliable performance. Although I would not choose it for most challenging missions, it is an excellent all-round option that looks great in a loadout. I classify this gun as an A tier because it consistently does the job and is practically effective against armored adversaries. However, I do not recommend it for engaging armored suspects. My bad. It's not supposed to be an A tier, it's supposed to be a B tier, guys. Next up, we have G36C. This weapon is remarkable. It is aesthetically pleasing and nearly perfect with one exception. The ammunition, although it was chambered in 5.56, the rounds feel underpowered, as if I was shooting marshmallows. Like, I was literally shooting marshmallows. I personally enjoy shooting a lot of bullets during a gunfight. However, I do not favor the lack of stopping power. Therefore, I would rate the G36C as a C tier gun. GA416 or 416, whatever you want to call it. The GA416 truly excels in Ready or Not. Despite its unremarkable appearance and a slower than average rate of fire when equipped with armor-piercing rounds, it becomes exceptionally effective. This is literally my go-to weapon for any mission I ever do. It has the power to take down a bad guy in 2-3 shots, but holy moly, is this one of the best guns. When it's around, oh my god. One of the most memorable moments occurred during a mission when I received reports that the suspects were dangerous and heavily armed. At that moment, a suspect stood before me, unaware that I had aimed my weapon. Without hesitation, I just, damn, I shot him in the head. And immediately, I got in trouble because I used deadly force without permission, and my teammate looks to me and says, "What the hell?" Got a little mad, turned full auto and killed 2 of them, and then got gunned down. Next up, this gun goes into S tier, yay! Easy S tier. Next up, we have the LVAR. The LVAR, which reminds me of the M13 from Call of Duty, which is one of the best games I've made. It functions well for taking down unarmored suspects. Occasionally, it may feel low as the rounds lack power. However, if I were not using the GA416, this weapon would likely be my primary choice. It helps me every time complete missions and comes with an attached suppressor. I'm unsure if the suppressor is considered a separate item, as I have not played the game for a few months as a technical issue against even... damn, bro, I keep messing with this script. Anyways, I'm not sure if it's a different gun or this gun, but overall, the LVAR is outstanding. It performs effectively even against armored targets, typically neutralizing them in about 3 to 5 shots. I would classify this weapon as an A tier. Before moving on, I would like to thank those of you who have stayed with me this far. Your support is greatly appreciated. Please like and subscribe, or at least subscribe. I also have an important question for you. I have noticed that some Ready or Not YouTubers use full auto while others use semi-auto. Now, even if you don't play the game, I'd like to answer this question. Put that down in the comments. Which mode would you prefer, full auto or single fire? Additionally, I'm planning to introduce a small interview segment to my channel. If you are interested in participating, please email me at my business address provided at the bottom of my channel, or send me a message and friend request on Discord, username Turbo Tactics, all lowercase. Make sure when you put Turbo Tactics, it's double S at the end, all lowercase. I typically check Discord daily, though my availability may vary on weekends. I welcome any video ideas or suggestions you might have, even if it's the slightest thing of this was included or I don't like this, I will always look at it. Additional notes on the LVR and suppressors. Turning briefly to the LVAR, this weapon consistently performs as my primary choice. An interesting fact about Ready or Not is that suppressors do not function in the game as one might expect. In fact, when I had one of the guns with the suppressor attack, I saw a video suppressors are actually way louder than, way quieter than kicking in a door. And I know a lot of you guys don't carry a breaching thing or pick lock doors whatsoever. You guys just kick down the damn doors, bro. And even though you have people, enemies with unsuppressed weapons that are just like gunning everything, so yeah. This gun is did I mention what gun this is? What level? Man, I have no memory issues. This gun is a good, I'd say B tier. Okay, up next, I know this gun is not an assault rifle, but the 1911 with the 4.5 ACP, this weapon is highly underrated. It performs not even exceptionally well, it excels on the gas station map, which many players favor even after completing the game's main missions. The 1911 is amazing in its reliability. It often neutralizes suspects in like a single shot, while my marshmallow guns are shooting like 45 million bullets. It may require two reasons. For this reason, I rate the 1911 an S tier, even though it just deserves an honorable mention, okay? ARWC. Following that the ARWC closely resembles the MK18 in both performance and appearance, although it operates effectively, it has an appealing design. It's given the option between the ARWC and MK18. I prefer the MK18. It better meets my personal standards. Consequently, I classify the ARWC as a B tier weapon. Another thing I would like to say, these opinions may differ from people. Do not spam in my comments that you do not, I'm wrong. I don't really, I mean, I will care, but like, damn, please don't. M4A1, next is M4A1, I guess. Classic weapon that's both visually and just amazing. Perfect. Everything about it. One notable observation is that based on my first experience, its power seems average. I had expected a more forceful impact given its wartime reputation. It is somewhat surprising that within the context of SWAT operations, it appears less potent. As an aside, please share in the comments your interpretation of what SWAT stands for. So that just means, what do you think SWAT stands for? Because SWAT doesn't just mean the name of police. It means something. And overall, I assigned the M4A1 to a B tier weapon. It works amazing, but it honestly could be improved. Finally, we have the MCX. We have this weapon, while a derivative of other models, does not meet my expectations for power. It looks good, feels good, shoots good. In practice, after 3 rounds, I received minimal feedback on impact. So, although it performs as intended, it's C tier, not because it's bad in quality, but it is less effective when it's like less good, bro. It's less Gucci. Conclusion and final question. That concludes from my review of these weapons. If you want to see more, please send me in the comments or like and subscribe, blah blah. And please read that much of the script. I have one more question. When you equip both a primary and a secondary weapon, do you tend to carry more ammunition for one type over the other? In my setup, I carry about 3 magazines for my primary and 6 for my secondary. Primary is assault rifles, secondary is like my pistol, whatever, etc. My complete loadout includes 3 primary magazines. There's a couple of flashbangs, C2, and my favorite, the 2-3 shots of my taser. It's just satisfying when some guy runs in front of me, obstructs my view, and I see him, he's not listening, I just tase. And it seems entirely justified in the context of the game. Please note that if any real law enforcement officers are watching, this video is intended strictly for entertainment purposes. Thank you for your time, and goodbye. Please like and please subscribe, because, yeah. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good day.